Pretty sure there's only one way in and one way out here. And a small cul-de-sac to the right. Wow, this I didn't expect. Private park on the right. Street comes this direction, and then cul-de-sac back here. Odd little detached from everybody else gated community. A really beautiful, but all damn near identical to the one next to the houses. Can't even imagine what these actually sell for. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Suburbia. Pet Shop Boys. A really minor hit for them. In fact, it really wasn't much of a hit at all in the United States, but always been one of my favorite songs from them. I remember getting this 12-inch single when I was a teenager and having to kind of hunt it down. So it's 5:20. Got over an hour and a half to get to work. Really no point in going home. Like getting home just in time to leave. Such a contrast between the old houses that are up here and the new little gated community like I went through. I think this is 7th Street. Yep. Kind of tempting to drive up South Mountain since I just happen to be here. So that sounds like a great idea. Hey, want to get me a drink first though. Completely forgot there was a Circle K here. I do remember picking up taxi fares at the Circle K back in the day. Nice. Man, Circle K's got a good rewards deal going on right now. 2 20-ounce Mountain Dews for $2. What was it, 2 for $2 each? That's a pretty average deal. You can usually get that one when you look for it. But I really think it was 2 for $2. I understand why that guy is parked right in the middle of the way like that. He's just got tinted windows and a tinted windshield, so you absolutely can't see what's going on in that car. As I've said, tinted windshields in Arizona are a thing. It's a dumb thing, but it's a thing. Oh shit. Road's not as wide as I was thinking it was. It's only about 5:30 right now, so I got an hour and a half till I have to be at work. Great time for a drive up South Mountain. I haven't gone up South Mountain in years. It surely was a thing to do when I was a teenager. In fact, I remember going up here with my stepsister Cassie and her first real serious boyfriend who had a car, some kind of little Datsun hatchback thing. We'd go cruising Central and come all the way down South Central. And people would cruise South Central back then, not as much as North Central. Like the primary cruising strip was between Camelback and Roosevelt, long before the light rail. Back when Park Central Mall was still really popping. It's really a shell of its former self now. And that castle thing off to the left, I probably didn't catch it very well in the video because of how dark it is, but it's a neat structure. Kind of cut it out. Sure hope it's open. Oh damn, if there's an admission up shit. Out of luck here. Welcome to South Mountain. 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. I think that's what it said. Well, I guess it's not open late at night anymore. I remember coming up here late at night. We'd be cruising the strip. And then we'd take a cruise down South Central. There were people that cruised South Central as well, but it was a lot more sketchy when you got out that direction. A lot cooler lowriders, though. South Central Phoenix was very Hispanic back then. It still kind of is now, but not like it was in the late 1980s. And we continue just the way I am here, up the mountain. There would be a lot of traffic. Everybody be going up the mountain slowly. It's 15 through here. I think this is the gate. I still don't know if they charge an admission now. If they charge an admission, I'm SOL because I don't have any cash on me. It's weird how they have these stop signs like there's a gate here, but there's nothing, nobody in those little booths. A few people hanging out at this little visitor center down here though. Yeah, we drive up at night to the lookout point, which is where I'm headed right now. There's be a bunch of people hanging out there looking at the city lights. And some of them smoking weed, some smoking cigarettes. And, teenage couples and young couples making out. It was a good time, I miss it. Rather dangerous road for cyclists because, as you can see, it doesn't have any kind of a bike lane or shoulder. In fact, it's pretty narrow for the 2 traffic lanes on it. But I do believe once a month they completely close it off to cars and make it for bicyclists only. And they usually get a pretty good turnout for that. Not that I've ever been here for any of it. I mean, I've never ridden my bicycle up South Mountain. I've cycled to South Mountain, to the visitor center I was at down below. I've never gone past that on a bike. And always done that late at night when there's no traffic out here. No. Some kind of road closed on the right here. There's a time I used to know all these roads around South Mountain. I used to like coming down here and exploring them. When I first became a cab driver in the early 90s, it's something to kill time doing when it wasn't particularly busy with fares. That's a nice thing about being a cab driver, at least back then. At least the cab. Initially I started doing it in 12-hour increments, and I started doing it in 24-hour increments, and then I ended up getting in these weekly leases where it starts you on one where it's weekly, but you go in and you pay daily, and you can pay it ahead of time on it. If you're all paid up, you can go days without even having to check in with the cab company. It's pretty nice. And it's your car to do with what you want. You know how much money you make, that's on you. That was your work ethic, you know, and how smart you were. Pay for your own gas, lease that cab, you just rented out your own business. Functionally a franchisee of Yellow Cab. An independent contract driver. Most people never really understood that concept, but I did really well with it. I very, very much miss being a cab driver. I love these views of Phoenix from here. Just gotta keep my eyes on the road because it's a pretty hectic little road. Keep wanting to just look out. In some ways, it's a lot more fun to be a passenger on this drive. You can just look out at the headlights, dude. Look out over at the city.
Pollute the environment and subvert the democratic process. And worst of all, change strawberry.
Nice view pull out here on the left.
This is the enemy. FBB. Future bill of
I got a sandwich sitting in my lap right now. I got from Circle K, and the road is so demanding I can't eat it while I'm driving this. Oh, it's taunting me. God, that view to the left is amazing. Wish I had a second camera getting a shot of that as I go up. How many people, when they hear this song, this Beatles cover by Aerosmith, which hopefully doesn't get this video completely blocked for copyright. Wonder how many people remember what movie this is from. Trail crossing. This is from the late 70s Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie. It featured mostly Beatles covers by Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees. But Yeah, a little bit of Aerosmith in it. There's a little bit right here. It also has Alice Cooper doing a super bizarre version of Because. I forget which Beatles album that's off of. I think it's off of Abbey Road. Mile 4.0. I'm not sure exactly where that's counting from. Some really intense nostalgia for me. So many different memories of coming up here at different stages in my life. I don't recall if I've ever taken Priscilla. I probably have. The music they're playing on KSLX right now totally reminds me of music that KUPD used to play back in the day. I used to come up the South Mountain on a semi-regular basis. This really was the thing to do as a teenager in the 80s. The radio towers at most Valley TV and radio stations are broadcast from are right to my right. I wish I had a camera to see that. I can barely turn my head and look at them now, but I'm pretty much right under them. Of course, this is not where KWSS broadcast from. So, yeah, KWSS's signal just pretty much died when I got to the foot of South Mountain. It does not get up here. Except for their HD signal, which is on KOOL FM HD2, and that's with all the other towers right up there. Which has me wondering if that stereo I got from Rob and wanting to put in here has HD radio on it or not. I mean, it's not going to be a deal breaker on me putting it in this car if it doesn't have that. God, I'd enjoy it a whole lot more if it does. I really enjoy listening to HD radio and rental cars. Love how the signs on the left indicating which way to go there at that crossroads are completely illegible. I'm just following that guy and going up. Oh my God, that view to the left. Look at that. Past Phoenix. And then we got people parked where they're not supposed to be parked, kind of blocking the road, which probably tells me there's no parking up here. Let me rephrase that. No available parking up here. Which is kind of to be expected on a beautiful Saturday night like this. I'm not liking these new bags that Circle K is using for their sandwiches now. It's entirely too difficult to get the damn sandwich out. I was hoping I'd be able to at least park and go out to the little stone lookout building. But it's looking like that's not in the cards for me.
On the free KSLX app if you want to win some fantastic concert tickets. Check out the app for all the details, workforce rewards and whatnot. Alice's Restaurant, for those of you who have called and written, will air once again this year at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day and in between. Yeah, we're doing that again. Lots of drumsticks with extra classic rock from drummers John Bonham and their band Led Zeppelin, Tommy Lee and Motley Crue,
Handicapped on the right, motorcycle on the left.
Thanksgiving weekend programming. Well, we give thanks to APAC, the Valley's automotive and heavy-duty experts. Got a classic rock long set coming up, and we'll learn about life on the road with CCR next.
FanDuel.com/KSLX. It's as simple as that. If you are a new customer, all you have to do is pick the most obvious money line bet on the board. You make a $5 bet on that.
We call that shade structure on the left.
$150
That
in
wasn't here
bonus
when I used
bets.
to come here as a kid.
FanDuel has got so much incredible stuff to bet on. One of our favorite things, Mahoney, is that in-game wagering.
Oh my God, I just got a parking
parlays as
spot.
well. Not all of them, but some of them. It's just a fun way to watch a game. Or you know what I do, Dave? Sometimes after the games are all over late at night and we only have ping pong and Korean baseball to bet on, I like to go crazy. I like to get real weird.
I can't believe I just got
with
this
my
lucky.
parlays. And you know what? FanDuel, you can watch some of those games on there as well. FanDuel.com/KSLX. If you want to get signed up today, they're an official sports betting partner of the NFL. FanDuel.com/KSLX. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets and will expire in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 5332.
This November, visit your Valley Chevy dealers to find your new or certified pre-owned Chevy. They have 2023 and 2024 inventory with your best deal on trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and cars. Drive away in your new Chevy today. Come into one of 13 Valley Chevy dealer locations to get the best offer on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle or service on your existing vehicle. See your Valley Chevy dealers today.